2008 is a momentous election year, and Colorado is at the forefront for more than just the Democratic National Convention. More than 10 years after Amendment 2 was overturned, Colorado has passed 3 LGBT-positive pieces of legislation, and they were all signed by our governor. We have LGBT-allied candidates and office holders, and we also have LGBT candidates and elected officials in Colorado. Tonight, I would like to begin our summer for Gay Pride Month by introducing the first LGBT candidate for Congress from CD2 in Colorado. Over the rest of the summer, we'll also be meeting some other candidates, both gay and lesbian allies. But first, I'd like to introduce you to Jared Polis. Thank you so much for making time to be with us tonight, Jared.
Hey, thank you, Eden. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Well, I want to just jump right in because I know time is really tight when you're campaigning. And because it's Gay Pride Month and Colorado is more than 10 years past Amendment 2, it might be surprising to some that we're getting to where we are now. And I want to know, what do you think it means that in 2008, Colorado has finally progressed to a point where we don't have just LGBT allies running for office, but we have actual LGBT candidates running and holding offices?
Well, I couldn't be more excited, Eden. Growing up, and I was always active in the Democratic Party. I was active in the college Democrats in college. I always worried that, I always thought that being gay would prevent me from being able to serve in public office or give back, in that route. And it's always been public service has always been a passion of mine. I've really had 2 main passions in life: business and politics and public service. And I was, out to my parents from when I was about 21 on, and kind of felt like a lot of gay and lesbian and transgender people do. I was leading kind of a dual life, and even though I wasn't secretive and didn't lie about my sexual orientation, it wasn't a public fact. And the fact that I was able to, tell people publicly about my sexual orientation and live life in a more authentic and honest manner, and the fact that I can still be a very serious candidate for Congress is so exciting to me on so many levels. I think it truly means that Colorado has turn the corner. By the way, today marriage in California starts. We're not quite there in Colorado, but hopefully we're moving rapidly in that direction. And I just wake up every day thankful that I can even be honest about who I am and still be a serious candidate for U.S. Congress.
What do you think the top 3 issues are for your campaign?
As I talk to voters across the district, what they care most about, and certainly as a representative, I'll be a voice for that, and it's consistent with my own beliefs, certainly ending the war in Iraq is critical. I've worked with several other people running in other parts of the country to develop a specific plan for doing that. When I went to Iraq a few months ago, I actually got to visit with the LGBT population there in Iraq, and boy, did they have it tough.
The Iraqis?
The Iraqis, Iraqi gays and lesbians, not only face immense discrimination, but basically they're under their lives are in jeopardy every day. Many have fled to Jordan and are among the refugee population. The Arab world as a whole, as you know, is not a particularly tolerant place. But for gays and lesbians in particular, they're all basically in hiding or have fled Iraq, because if you're found out to be gay or lesbian in Iraq today, it's frequently a death sentence. So, and it was even, they had to be, just to talk with me, they wanted to make sure that they felt safe. They used pseudonyms in talking with me because they were scared of their real identities coming out. And that's a part that doesn't get reported as much, in the mainstream media. But the war as a whole is a mistake. I think we need to have a no residual troops policy in Iraq and begin bringing the troops home. 2, I think we need a universal health care system in this country. We're the only, Western industrialized nation that doesn't have it. In Europe and Japan and Australia, they have universal health care, and you know what? We can do it too. And my particular plan is for a single-payer universal health care system. I'm open to other alternatives as well. But for goodness sake, families shouldn't need to worry about this with every decision they make. If they lose their jobs, they shouldn't lose their coverage. It should be transportable across whatever they do, and that's a critical issue too. The third one is finding a way to reduce global warming and the environmental threat that we face. At the same time that we can deploy our solar and wind resources, we'll also reduce the demand on fossil fuels. People are worried about gas prices. We'll be able to pull down gas prices through a sustainable energy policy, and I look forward to be a champion of that in Congress by taking on the special interests in the oil and gas companies to really move forward in this direction.